Hi. Okay, so I know it's been a long time since I've done an update. It's Tyler's 5 months. But I will do an update tomorrow with Tyler. He's sleeping right now. It's like midnight, I think, 10:30. But I had to do a video response to Dream Flight. I don't even know your name. I'm Jennifer, by the way. You had some questions about breastfeeding and food, and we are in the kind of the same time frame because our kids are about the same age. So I thought I'd tell you about what I'm doing with food. I started noticing when Tyler started taking 3 naps a day that I could feed him. He started eating at regular times too. So what I do with Tyler is I get up in the morning and then we have breakfast, which consists of cereal and some kind of fruit. Usually I give him, what I did with food is I started going, like the first week I did apples, and the next week I did, actually first week I think it was bananas, and then the second week I did pears, then the third week I did apples, and then I went back to bananas, and then bananas and apples, bananas and pears. He's been eating solids for about a month. I think about a month, yeah. So then after that, after he eats from there, then I let him play for a little while, probably about a half hour, and then I'll nurse him, and then he'll usually go back to bed, take a nap. And Tyler only goes to sleep after I nurse him. I can't rock him to sleep. Unless he's just really tired, sometimes he'll just kind of fall asleep. I'm just hanging out with him. I'll look down and he'll be asleep. And I don't know how that happens, but so anyway, that's what I do with that. And then I feed him twice a day. I feed him in the afternoon or in the evening around 4:30 or so, because after I'll nurse him in the afternoon for like lunch or whatever. And then a few hours, or an hour or so later, hour and a half later, then I'll give him food again, and then I'll play with him for a little while longer, and then, oh, and he's waking up. Another problem we've been having, but I will finish this video. Let's see if he'll go back to sleep. We've been having a problem. He was sleeping, well, I went to bed about 9:30, and he would just sleep all the way through until 9:30 in the morning the next day. But the past week he's having issues. I think it's because I haven't been able to get him to sleep in a crib. He is still sleeping in his swing. Which, I mean, it's like a Papasan chair, so it's not, I can understand why it'd be comfortable, but I'll let him cry for a few seconds or a few minutes here, so I'll keep going because he might go back to sleep. Breastfeeding, don't quit, but if it hurts that bad, the best thing to do is pump and give it to him. Pump and give it to him in a bottle. Because then you're totally in control of your milk supply. You can pump as often as you want. You can pump all day. And give him because the most important thing is he gets the breast milk. And I know I would totally be upset if I had to quit breastfeeding because I know the attachment to doing it, doing it. But if it's really at the point where you're debating quitting, just pump and give it to him. Then you're not quitting. He's still getting that milk. That'd be my advice. And milk supplies. There are these things called French cups. Now I use them a little bit. I don't like them that much, but since you're a stay-at-home mom, it might be a little easier for you to do. They're like little plastic cups. They go over your nipple, and they actually catch all the milk. Like whenever you have a letdown or whatever, they'll catch any extra milk. But they also apply a little bit of pressure, and that might help. And what I did, this is actually what increased my milk supply, but I don't necessarily recommend it, is Tyler, since he doesn't sleep in his crib, and wants to sleep in his swing, I will put him in, he sleeps with me at night. From about midnight on, he'll sleep with me. And I let him nurse all night. And I've never had more milk in my life. It works like a charm. But again, I can't get him to sleep in a crib. So, what's the worst of two evils? Anyway, I'm going to go get him, and then I'll come back and do another